I got scammed by some African, some black money.
Bro.
You ever heard of that?
No, you did not fall for the black money.
Yes, I did. Oh, look, this is how it went. Black money, real money, black money. All right, so it's like a sandwich. It's how he was demonstrating it. But the 20 turns into 60 altogether. All right, so these two that were black now turn regular, and now I got 60 instead of a dub. So every 20 makes 40.
Right.
All right, so we did the little flip for 200 real quick. He did it. Dude, listen, I don't know how this dude did it. Magician shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. And he give me the money, everything good. Listen, this shit, I'm like, yo, this can't be real.
You're thinking you can he's like, you can leave with the money. That's your money, go.
No, that's what happened.
Right, but that's the whole thing. He knows you're not leaving. You're going to be like, oh, okay, I can leave. Yeah.
No.
You get out and be like, oh no,
I did leave with it.
I know that.
The first
he knows
two
you're
times.
coming back.
That's a fact.
He knows you're coming.
So I came back. All right, I can't make this shit up, man. I come back. I'll go to the bank. Boom. Get the money from the chick at the bank from the cards.
How much you get? Give him
10,000. I contact him like, hey, look, boy, I got 10 grand. I got 10 bands. Like, what's up? All right, cool. Yeah. Hey, look, I need you to get a hotel. I need you to go buy a safe. Right? I'm like, all right, cool, bet. Yeah, go get a hotel, buy a safe, bring it. Boom. No lie. We spread we got 2 double beds, right? We spread all the money out. He got, for every 20, he got the black. He got 2 blacks. So he putting it, boom, putting it, boom, 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 boom. Wrapping it up in foil. Bro, I can't make this shit up. Wrapping this shit up in foil. Wrapping it up. Whatever that ammonia stuff was that I was smelling in the car is in the bathroom. So he takes the money, puts it in. He like, look, hey, I just want you to see. I'm putting it in the safe. I got the little solution in the bathtub, which he did have a solution in the bathtub, right? And this shit is like burning. I swear to God. I don't know how he was withstanding it, but it's like burning my eyes, burning my nose. Like, it's just like hard to be in the room, right? So I'm like, it is what it is. So he like, hey, look, it got to sit for a little bit because we did a lot.
I'm going to go grab something to eat. I'm going to be right
I swear
back.
to God. Look, hey, bro, you got the key to the safe. You see me put this shit in here.
Yeah.
I leave. I call him. He doesn't answer the phone. So in the midst of him not answering the phone, now I will say this was sophisticated because when I tell you he had some African girl call my phone and it was the sheriff's department's number. Like if you look it up on Google, I swear to God, it was the sheriff's department's number. This number was in Ali's phone. He got locked up. This is what she's telling me over the phone. But by that time, I had already went back, and this gives me black construction paper in the safe.
Yeah. You know,
I say, God damn. I say, damn. I'm like, yo. So I'm telling her, I say, hey, listen, you just let Ali know. If I catch up with him, we gonna have a problem. Straight like that. We gonna have a problem. For real. Yeah, I end up seeing him at the Walmart though. And I ain't do nothing to him. No, real talk, I didn't, man. Yeah, man, I wanted to, but I was like, yeah, no, because I had too much shit going on.
I investigated a lawyer in Chicago who all of his law clients were Polish immigrants who were injured on the job and needed an attorney to help file a workman's compensation claim.
Okay.
The attorney's name, and I wish I was making this up, was William Malarkey.
Okay.
His name was William Malarkey.
That's perfect.
And a lot of Polish people in Chicago, a lot of right off the boat Polish people in Chicago who spoke very little English. But William Malarkey had some Polish translators on his staff, legal secretaries and stuff like that. So he would file these workman's compensation claims for his Polish clients who got hurt on the job, a lot of construction workers, they threw out their back or whatever, and he would in the settlement checks he would end up settling these cases, and the settlement checks go to the attorney's office.
Yes.
And
He takes out his piece. He gives you the rest.
in the perfect world, he would take out his piece and give you the rest. But in William Malarkey's world, what he did was broke it very gently to his Polish immigrant clients that they lost the case, and he kept the money for himself.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's horrible.
I know these nice people. They were the nicest people in the world. His victims, I don't know. I lost the case. And my attorney said it was $187,000 from 15 different clients.
Oh, these are small cases.
Well, or maybe he's not really working super hard to negotiate these things and get the best settlement possible. But $187,000.
Right.
And eventually, a couple of the Polish people realize that there's a problem here, and they contact the ARDC, the Attorney Registration and Disciplinary Commission for the state of Illinois, who does their own little internal investigation
You won the case.
yeah, right, yeah, to take take his law license away, and then I get the criminal case against him. Right. So interview the Polish people, nice people. They tell me their stories, take a look at the documents, take a look at the how the negotiation actually went.
Yeah.
And prove it up. And so then it comes time to interview William Malarkey. And no longer a lawyer.
Right.
Because it's really, when you do that to your clients, it throws a real wet blanket on your law practice.
Right.
And so at this point, he's selling used cars.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
at a new car lot, Chevy place. Yeah. And so I go to the Chevy place and posing as a customer with another dude, another agent, young agent, and say and go to the front desk lady and say, I'm supposed to want to see if I can buy a car. Is William Malarkey here? And they're like, yeah, he's working right now. Hey, Bill, come over here. And he all smiles, comes up. Hi, Bill, good to meet you. And I go, come over here. I want to show you something. And so we go over to a car, and I go, hey, man, my name's Tom. I'm an FBI special agent. I do not want to get you in trouble here. Let's go on a test drive together. He's like, what? And I go, I got to talk to you. And I go, but I don't want you to get you in trouble.
No, I was trying to get you fired.
Yeah, exactly. You got to eat. Let's go get in a used car and go for a drive. And so, oh, okay. And so he gets the keys to some Chevy Equinox or whatever, and we get in it. We, other agents in the back. I'm in the passenger seat. Bill's driving for some reason, and I go, just drive a couple blocks and pull over. And it was like a mob hit, right. and pull over and put it in park, Bill. And so I re-identify myself. Say, listen, you're not under arrest. You're free to leave at any time. I always tell them that because then I don't have to Mirandize them because they're not in custody.
Right.
And say, and walked him through it. And, this is what I'm investigating. I'd like to hear your side of the story. Yeah, it got away from me, needed money, practice wasn't going so well.
These are immigrants.
Yeah. Oh, no. My job's not to shame them.
No.
Right? No, I'm not kidding. You're laughing, but my job is not to shame him. My job is
I was thinking he was saying, what's the big deal? They're just off the boat. What are these people? I don't know. Yeah.
No. I think he felt he feigned an appropriate amount of compassion for them, and but again, you got to see the world through his eyes. This is the empathy versus sympathy thing. I don't have any sympathy at all for this guy,
right?
But I can certainly have empathy for him and try to understand that no one is a villain in their own life story. Right. He sees himself as someone who is a victim of the financial circumstances of his life, who was doing something to keep his head above water that he would one day make right. And that was basically the line that I threw him, and he latched onto it and said that was the problem. He was having financial problems. He was going to try to make it right to these people, but then one thing led to another. You get to your 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. By the time you're on your 12th guy that you ripped off, you got to keep rolling at that point because someone's got to pay the light bills. And so he was nice enough there in a like new Chevy to sign the confession. And
you got him to sign the confession sitting during the test drive in the Chevy.
Absolutely.
An Oswego County sheriff comes up and over the hill, and I'm doing probably 80 in a 45 or something like that. And a lot of times they won't even turn around and give chase because we're just so much faster than them. Yeah. But this guy was he was Johnny Law on a mission. So I see the brakes, I see, the brake lights, I see the car dive, he spins around, and I'm like, I'm just going to pull over, right? And then I'm like, oh, the bike's not registered. I don't even have a plate on this thing. And then I'm like, I've got a lot of drugs in my pocket. This is not good. So I kind of let him get up. Like I let him kind of get up so he could see me. And then I hung a wheelie and took off. There's been, and it sounds crazy, but there's been times in the past that by doing that, a lot of guys that know better, especially a lot of veterans, you'll ask them, like, dude, guy's riding like that, I'm not going to go chase him because he's going to kill himself is what they'll say. No, this dude Matt's it. He's like on a mission, super trooper. He's coming after me. So there were times during this chase when I had to be reaching almost 200 miles an hour, but this guy was relentless, man. So, and imagine this, imagine country roads, no shoulder markings, no center line, gravel on both sides of the road. It's a very volatile place to be riding this type of speed. I take off, I go up, I make a left onto a highway. And as I look back, I see, dude, this guy, when I say this guy must have been given this little Dodge Charger everything it had, he should not have been keeping up with me how I was riding. So I took off, I went down the major highway, and just opened it as wide open as I could. I'm doing 200 miles an hour in and out of cars. I get far enough away where I know I'm out of his eyesight. I turn the motorcycle around in the middle of the road and I start immediately heading back towards him at Mach 7 as fast as I possibly can. My thought process then being, when he sees me pass him back in the other direction going this fast, there's no way he's going to turn around and give chase. Well, the minute I cross up over the hill, he's coming this way. Another cop is coming off a side street. They say when you're riding a motorcycle, you can't beat a helicopter or a radio. They're right. So as I'm going this way, the cop pulls out, almost hits me. I think, frankly, he may have been trying. I don't know. But I continue to go down that same road. I double back on the other road, the road that I had come from where the trailer was that I was buying the drugs. I go down there through the twisties. I get back to the guy's house. I pull up in his driveway. Don't ask me why I did this. I pull up in his driveway and I said, so I'm at this point maybe 30 seconds ahead of the cops that I've gained that much ground. And I don't know at this point if they've actually turned on the same road that I have, and judging by the sounds, the air, the birds chirping, likely they haven't. And I asked him to give me his shirt. I was wearing a Kawasaki riding jacket. I took my Kawasaki riding jacket off. I gave it to him. He's a drug dealer. It was a $300 jacket. He was happy to get it. He didn't ask questions. Right. I said, give me your shirt. He had this baggy, ripped up, tie-dyed shirt on, and I'll never forget how bad it smelled, man. It was disgusting. So I took my helmet off. I put the shirt on. I put my helmet back on. I ripped the visor off. I broke the visor and threw it. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Got back on the bike and took off. He, had to maybe put two and two together at one point. I leave the guy's driveway. I go back up to that same spot where I make the left to go on the highway. I turn on the highway. I start to put away. Both of those cops are sitting at the gas station that's on the corner of that road. And I pull away. I look over. I nod. They look up, looked at each other, looked back at me, nodded. I kept going, the other one, and I'm kind of watching in my rear view. They look at each other, and they go back to what they're doing, and I drove away, dude.